Hello and welcome into Versus Podcast. My name is Matt and joining me today is Devin, Trey, and Garrett. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode. We greatly appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to help us out. We would greatly appreciate that. Boys, how we doing?
Doing phenomenal.
Ready
Phenomenal.
to talk about my Packers,
Yeah,
man.
go Vikings, skull.
Oh
I feel
boy.
like a lot of people
Oh
here,
boy.
Bear down.
Oh,
I feel like a lot
boy.
of people here at this table have a hatred for the Packers that they try to deny, but it's
I don't hate the
it's gonna-
Packers.
it's gonna come out
I
this
don't hate the
podcast.
Packers.
I'm a
It's
Vikings
going to
fan.
come out this podcast.
Devin,
and the comments are going to agree with me.
so one thing, Devin and I, living so close together for so long, I've always rooted for the Packers with Devin. Devin would come over for like almost all the playoff games, or I would go over to his house for the playoff games. I would see this man in distress. I would see him in elation. I would see all the emotions of Devin Sullivan during the playoffs. Most of the time it was heartbreak, sadly. But I was there. I was riding with him. Because the teams that I would root for would not be in the playoffs. So I'd be there for Devin. So I don't know what he's talking about when he's saying that I'm a hater of the Packers, but
I'd say...
it kind of breaks my heart. But
I meant like mostly these two right here.
Okay.
He's not a hater. He's just a Vikings fan, so it's fair.
What
Honestly,
about
you're a
me?
hater.
What about me? What have I done?
It's the words are going to come out this podcast.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get into the Q&A. Thank you again for sending in all of your questions. Remember to follow us on Instagram at versus.podcast_ to ask us any questions in the future. We had 3 people ask the exact same question. Noah Mack, Caleb DeVries, and Abe Mingo ask us, who wins this division, and why is it the Vikings? Devin, start us off.
Well, it's the Packers.
okay.
Everyone's counting us out. They're like, oh, you lost Devontae. Aaron has no one to throw to. Valid statement. But what they don't look at is our prior success. The fact that our defense is the best it's been in like 10 years. We're going to have a top 5 defense, and even if you think I'm crazy, you can't say it's not going to be top 8, top 7, top 10, whatever. Our defense is solid. Matt LaFleur, as Stephen A. Smith likes to say, he's a good coach. He schemes well. Unlike your boy over in Arizona, he can like make adjustments.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think
he's not my boy though. Don't please don't affiliate me with Cliff
That's Max
Kingsbury.
boy.
I think our running backs are going to be used a lot. I think Aaron Jones is going to be more of a catchback this year, and I think Aaron Rodgers, regardless of who's around him, can get things done.
Yeah.
And I think the Vikings are going to compete and make it hard, but I just think the Packers are going to end off on top. I think both make. I don't want to get into that, but
You can't forget about Romeo Dubs though, man.
Romeo Doubs, hey, he's not winning Rookie of the Year, but I like to think he is. But watch out for Romeo Doubs. He's a future star.
Okay. Well, we were putting him on a watch.
Trey, why is your team winning the division?
I think Kevin O'Connell is going to really turn things around. I think the DC from Denver is going to also improve things on the defensive end. I really, really hope that Zadarius Smith and Daniel Hunter can stay healthy. I think if they can stay healthy, I think that's one of the best edge rushing cores in the league. No, I'm not saying it's the best. Don't get me wrong. I think Justin Jefferson with O'Connell is going to be like Cooper Kupp this year. But I feel like it's switched over, so now like the Vikings are sort of like the favorite now to win the NFC North, which I don't like because we've never been in that position before. So I'd rather us be like the sleepers because we never played from ahead before.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth between the Vikings and Packers this year on who's going to win the division. I like the Packers. I really think people are overreacting on thinking that they're going to be bad this year. And then the Vikings, I really think that they made the best upgrades at their coaching positions because Mike Zimmer has been the one that's been holding them back. And I think that, with Kevin O'Connell and what he did last year with the Rams, I think he can really tap into the potential of Justin Jefferson and open the offense up even more than it has been last year. So, yeah.
Yeah, the Vikings aren't winning the division. Devin thinks I hate on the Packers, but I don't see the Vikings winning the division this year. I think that they'll obviously be a better team. I think their offense will be electric, but it's kind of the same way that I am with the Chiefs. I just can't bet against Aaron Rodgers. I just can't bet against good quarterbacks, like elite quarterbacks. Win divisions, win playoff games.
Kirk Cousins not elite?
Aaron doesn't really win playoff games, but
he's won a championship. So
yeah,
He's an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Just let you think I'm against you, and I'm just
The
trying to
best-
show you that I'm for you.
One of the best ball throwers of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yep.
He's good with balls.
All right, we have another question about the Vikings. It's from Blake Dolan. He asks, "What is holding the Vikings back from winning this division?"
Am I answering first?
Sure, go ahead.
Look, I think the Vikings offense is about to, like you said, explode. I think it's going to be like a top 3. I think Kirk Cousins. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I should have taken Kirk Cousins in fantasy football.
Captain Kirk.
I think this man's about to have the best career of
Like,
his
breakout.
his
Best year of his career.
Yes, and I think the biggest issue is kind of what Trey already highlighted is. Yes, you get the new defensive coordinator, but their defense still isn't the best, and the injuries could add up.
Yeah.
I think that's the only issue because you can't say their running back is one of the best in the league. Their wide receiver core is probably the best in the league. Even with Jalen Rager, I think.
Dude, KJ Osborne, everybody sleeps on KJ.
He's good.
He's
I even in my dynasty
so
league,
good,
I
bro.
love him.
Yeah.
And what else is there? Special teams. I don't really know much about the special teams, but
Our kick returner, he ran the most kicks back last year.
well, there you go. Their defense is their weakest point.
Yeah. I think the defense is definitely their weakest point, but more specifically their secondary.
Yeah.
Their secondary has been lackluster. I mean, it's just not the best. What's his name? I forget.
The rookie or Pat
shoot.
Pete, Andrew Booth, Cam Dantzler?
No,
Is he safety or corner?
he was a corner. I'll think of the name, but he's probably their worst guy, and he was getting cooked all last year. I think their offense, it's going to be better, but their problem, like I said earlier, was Mike Zimmer. So I think with the problem being gone, I think they'll be a playoff team this year. I think they can maybe make a run because they made a run with Case Keenum to the NFC Championship. So why not with Kirk Cousins and better weapons around him? So yeah.
Got anything to add?
Yeah, I think the thing holding them back is the defense. And Dev's had injuries because both those guys, Daniel Hunter and Smith, can't stay healthy. And if they can't stay healthy, then they can't rush the quarterback, and the secondary already sucks. So, well, okay, it's improving, but it's not the best. I think Lewis Seen will be good. I think Andrew Booth will be solid, but they're both just rookies. And Harrison Smith, I think, is one of the best. Safeties still.
Yeah.
All right, moving away from the Vikings, Harrison Martin asked us, "Does Justin Fields have the potential to be a franchise QB?" Garrett, start us off.
He has the talent to be a franchise QB. It's just that the Chicago Bears are not the right franchise for him. I mean, it's pretty clear as day to see that the Bears aren't going to be good this year. They have no offensive weapons. I feel like it's just going to be Justin Fields and Darnell Mooney in the passing game. I hope David Montgomery does good for my fantasy sake.
You're screwed if he doesn't.
Yeah. But I really, obviously, I'm biased and I want to see Justin Fields succeed. I really do think he has the talent. He's gonna be running for his life in the backfield this year. I'm scared he's gonna get hurt. But yeah, he has the potential and he has the talent to be a franchise QB. It's just that the Bears are not the right franchise for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if he gets more weapons around him, he definitely can. I think that he didn't have the best start to his career, and so everyone's just like, oh, Ohio State quarterbacks are never good, so let's just write him off. I mean, I think that he's one of the best, most complete quarterbacks that we've seen at Ohio State in a long time. And so I think because of that, he definitely has the potential to do that. But when your only wide receiver that you're throwing to is Darnell Mooney, and then N'Keal Harry is your number 2 option, and he's already has ankle surgery, what do you expect him to do?
Didn't they put him on IR?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, he's Justin Fields is definitely. He definitely has the potential to be a franchise QB, and if he can start getting some weapons, I definitely think that he can help turn this franchise around.
Yeah, I got them to add. Just retweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they ditto. But basically, I think he can be, just not in Chicago.
Yeah.
Put him on the Lions, man.
I think he'd do a lot better on the Lions.
Yeah,
I
he would.
love
Amon-Ra
St.
so
Brown.
good.
And he's already played with Jameson Williams before, too. His last year when Jameson Williams was on Ohio State before he transferred to Alabama. So they would have the connection there.
True.
All right, well, that kind of leads into the next question. Harrison Martin also asked us to rank the QBs in this division. Devin, start us off.
Rodgers, Kirk. I don't. Jared Goff sucks.
Really?
He's kind of a system quarterback.
No.
Okay, fine. Jared Goff third and Justin Fields fourth.
Yeah.
But
Trey?
Same.
Yeah.
Same?
I think if you switch Fields and Goff,
I think
switch
Fields
teams
has the potential to go over him, but
You think the lines would be better?
with Fields, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that list. So I got Rodgers, and then all the way down. Then we got Kirk, and then we got Jared Goff and Justin Fields. I mean, but Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
more
Rodgers.
than I do.
He's in a league of his own. He's in a league of his own. Aaron Rodgers clearly in a league of his own.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Kirk has got the passion. No, I think Jared Goff is good. I don't know what you were saying with the system QB, because he didn't work out with the Rams, and then the next year they won the Super Bowl. So
Honestly, light bulb popped in my head.
yeah.
Kirk Cousins is what Jameis Winston fans think Jameis Winston is. Yes.
Or you always find a way to bring it back to the Saints.
Yeah. Like Kirk Cousins is that guy. He's like not like no one says he's elite, but like he gives the numbers. He's gonna be good, man.
But like the saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. For Devin, it's all quarterbacks lead to Jameis Winston. So
And I would take Jared Goff over Jameis Winston.
that's
I'm joking. I'm
stupid.
joking. I'm joking.
Okay,
That's
I was about to
stupid.
say, man, you know how much I don't like Jameis either, but taking that. All right, I got 1 Aaron Rodgers, 2 Kirk Cousins, I got 3 Justin Fields, and I got 4 Jared Goff. I think that Justin Fields, like, when you rank QBs, you're thinking, oh, who do I want on my team? There's no way I'd rather have Jared Goff on my team than Justin Fields. Like, there's no way. So that's what I got. Blake Dolan with another question. He's always sending in all those questions.
Did you say yours?
Yeah, he said his. He said the same as you.
He said
Oh.
retweet.
Blake Dolan asked another question. He asked, will the Packers adjust to a more run-heavy offense, or will they trust in their wideouts more? I'll kind of start this one off. I mean, I think that they'll still pass the ball a good amount. I mean, I think that they're going to have a more of a 2 running back system. Mm-hmm. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has already talked about how he wants the 11 best players on the field at all times. And so I think that you're going to see a lot of more of A.J. Dillon, and maybe there's been talks about Aaron Jones being a slot at some points this year. So
Yeah, you're praying for that.
I am praying for that.
No, honestly, if I remember correctly, the Packers ran the ball a lot last year. They were like
They did.
a good running team, even with like their weapons at receiver.
Yeah. We got
You got Bakhtiari back.
Elton
Elton Jenkins
two really good.
Is he back
tackles.
too?
Yeah, I mean they might miss like the first couple of weeks.
Okay, Bakhtiari will probably be back week 1.
Man hasn't played football in 2 years.
Hopefully, I like Bakhtiari a lot. And then I really like an underrated part of the Packers who come back from injury is Tunyon. I think Tunyon's a very underrated tight end. I think he has the potential to be top 5 tight end, which is not that hard to be a top 5 tight end in this league because it's like 1, 2, and 3 are clear, and then the rest is kind of like iffy. But I like Tunyon a lot. I think the Packers won't have any issue with running the ball because they did run the ball a lot last year. So
Trey?
Yeah, what you guys said, I think they could run the ball a little more this year just because of the weapons, but like obviously like Bobby Tunyon was out almost all last year and they get him back, and I think in that whole team, obviously Randall Cobb is the person you trust the most out of the wideouts, but I think behind that it could be Aaron Jones, but I think Bobby Tunyon could be right
he's
there.
got Lazard too, right?
Yeah.
He's been talking high about
Yeah.
Lazard this offseason.
Yeah,
I
Lazard.
think he likes Tunyon better than Lazard, though.
Yeah, that could be the case. Yeah, I don't know if I'm fully bought in Lazard yet, but yeah, we'll see. He's probably gonna be target number 1 until Tunyon comes back. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of said what I was thinking. I don't think, like, sure, we might see a few more rushes per game, but the running backs are going to be used more, and I think it's going to be more like Matt said, like maybe even a 2-back set where Aaron Jones is in motion a bunch. Aaron Jones is going to be running around the field constantly.
Dude, yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
A.J. Dillon's going off this year, baby.
I think Aaron Rodgers can make it work with receivers. I think, honestly, Samuel Watkins might have a good year.
that's true. Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. So
This is A.J. Dillon's year, man.
Yeah.
It is his year.
Honestly, though, the Packers wide receiver core is not
it's not
It's
terrible.
not that
No,
bad.
people are overreacting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are overreacting.
All right, Jackson Trotter asks us to rank the running backs in the division fantasy-wise first, and then overall talent-wise next. So let's start with fantasy-wise.
Okay.
Devin, start us off.
Fantasy-wise, Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift. What?
Yeah.
Dalvin
Dalvin.
Cook, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Montgomery, and then A.J. Dillon. But honestly, A.J. Dillon might top David Montgomery this year. Maybe. I don't think he will. But
Fantasy-wise?
Fantasy-wise.
Fantasy-wise.
And
Fantasy-wise.
then
It could happen.
actual running back, I'm going to give Dalvin Cook again, DeAndre Swift, A.J. Dillon,
I love this. Oh, I love this.
Aaron Jones, and David Montgomery. Dude, I'm telling you right
Wait,
now.
you think
if A.J. Dillon was RB1 with no one else in the backfield, he would
So you
be
think-
like a mini Derrick Henry.
You said Aaron Jones twice, did you not? Or
No,
do
A.J.
you think
Dillon.
AJ Dillon's
Dillon.
better than Aaron Jones?
I think he would
Yeah.
produce more.
Okay.
Maybe
That,
I'm tripping.
Trey,
yeah,
what do
you
you
might
think?
be tripping.
I
Fantasy-wise
just wanted to be
first.
different, I'm not going to lie.
Fantasy-wise.
fantasy? I think I have the same list. Well, I don't. Dalvin, Swift, Jones. But I feel like Swift and Jones could have very similar years. But I really
Yeah.
like Swift a lot. I think he'll be like more of a breakout candidate. And then I got Montgomery, and then A.J. Dillon. I think Montgomery's still ahead.
That's fair.
Production-wise, just like as running backs overall, Dalvin. I really do like Swift a lot. I think he's gonna be better than Aaron Jones, but I think right now, I would take Aaron Jones because he stays more on the field than DeAndre Swift does.
That's fair.
And then I'll just go. That's 2 and 3, and then I think right now, I think AJ Dillon is better than Dave Montgomery, and then I take Dave Montgomery.
Yeah.
G.
I don't like hearing this.
This is such a spicy topic.
For my fantasy sake. No, I think Dalvin's pretty clearly the number one. I love DeAndre Swift so much. I love him. He's such a diverse back. He runs hard.
He's drippy.
Yeah, he's got the drip. So I got him at 2. Then number 3, I got Aaron Jones, 4 Montgomery, 5 AJ Dillon for fantasy wise. And then I got the same top 3 for normal. I feel like David Montgomery is still like a better running back than AJ Dillon.
But I'm telling you right now, if A.J. Dillon was an RB1 and did not share reps, he would be taken,
Put David
he would be taken
Montgomery.
in the first round of
Put
fantasy
David
football.
Montgomery with the Packers O line. I think he does the same as
A.J.
Aaron
Dillon?
Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones. I can say Aaron Jones, but not A.J. Dillon.
So you're saying that
A.J. Dillon.
AJ Dillon's better than Aaron Jones?
It's
That's what he
hard
said.
because
That's what he
they're
said.
different backs, man. One's a catching back and one's like the big guy who's gonna get you down.
Yeah, I think because David Montgomery's on the Bears, people are saying he's not as good as he actually is.
No, you're just hoping
No,
that.
the
No,
NFC
that's
North is
fair.
stacked at
That's
running
fair,
back.
though.
Yeah.
The NFC North is stacked
But the
at
Bears'
running back.
offensive line also sucks, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think Dan Montgomery's a good running back, but
Yeah, I think so too. I just think it's in that division. I think he's
Yeah.
I just love A.J. Dillon too much.
yeah, you do.
Me
AJ
too,
Dillon or
man.
Romeo Doubs.
Me too, man.
You're obsessed.
Fantasy-wise, I got 1, Dalvin Cook. Gonna have a breakout year this year in the new offense. I love Dalvin Cook this year.
Honestly?
Wish I would have got
Pass the
him.
ball more.
Honestly,
Wish I would have got him.
I might have DeAndre Swift over Dalvin Cook in fantasy because Dalvin Cook gets hurt half the year, every
Yeah.
single year. So
Yeah.
Swift
But
would,
he doesn't have to take as much of the
Same
load
with
that he
Swift,
does now.
bro.
but Swift would get more.
And then 2, DeAndre Swift on my fantasy team. Let's go. 3, AJ Dillon on my fantasy team. Let's go. And then we got 4, Aaron Jones, and 5, David Montgomery. I think it comes overall talent-wise. I'll keep the list the exact same. I am very happy with the NFC North. Thank you for producing great running backs. I really appreciate it. My fantasy team is in dire need of you to both go off. All right, next question. Getting back into the teams more, Blaze Klum asked us, are the Lions still going to be trash this year? Are they still a bad team?
I guess I'll start. I like the Lions this year. They're not going to be a playoff team this year. But I really like the Lions this year to be better. I don't know what their record was last year. They get 3 wins.
3 wins.
I think they get. We'll get into it later. I won't say it yet, but I think they get more wins than 3. this year. I really like it when Jamison Williams will come back from his ACL. I think he's up there with Tyreek Hill kind of speed, so he can kind of open up the field a little bit for them. Amon-Ra St. Brown, second-year wide receivers that are have shown promise in their rookie year, just bound to go off in year 2. It's been proven year in, year out. So yeah, I like the Lions a lot this year. They're not going to be bad per se, but they're going to be mid-tier team. They're not going to be.
They're not going to be bad. They're not going to be great. They're going to be good. They might not even be good.
They're going to be average team.
I'm just really glad that you guys keep on talking about my fantasy players and how great they're going to do this year.
I do love me some Amon-Ra St. Brown, man.
Yeah, I love him.
If you want to trade for him, just let me know.
Nah, because you want too much.
his dad's a bodybuilder, or he was.
He's humongous.
Was he Mr. Michigan or something like that? So yeah, that's pretty insane.
What do you see out of the Lions?
I don't think they're trash. I think they're better than the Bears. But again, I feel like the Lions will find a way to line many times this year.
They had a lot of heartbreaks.
They had so many games last year where they should have won. I mean, the Justin Tucker, the Vikings.
They're kind of like the Nebraska of college football.
It's true.
And I don't even know much college football, but that just popped in my head.
Yeah. But Dan Campbell is actually a good coach.
Yeah, I love him.
He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think a good coach.
You can't just keep wiping. I think there's going to be less of those.
Yeah.
Because he'll harp on
and
small stuff.
He's the kind of coach to where his players will go to war for him. I feel like he's just breeding a really good locker room and players that want
for a while.
and players that want to succeed. So,
Dev, you got anything, Dad?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think the Lions will be a decent team this year. I think that if you give them a better quarterback, that they could be competing for a playoff spot. Definitely, I think that they have one of the best O-lines. Yeah. And, as you guys talked about, DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown, love Jamison Williams. I think that they'll be a very good team this year. Yeah. All right, well, next we will get into our predictions of the NFC North. All right, let's get into our NFC North predictions. Devin, start us off. What do you got?
All right. A lot of people hating on my team, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Is our offense going to be as good as normal? No. But guess what? We're also 9-1 without Devontae Adams. That's probably not accurate numbers, but they're similar to that. We're 7-0 or something like that. I don't know. It'll be all right. Aaron Rodgers is one back-to-back MVPs, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's gonna get things done. We're gonna go 12-5. And then the Vikings. Boom. New DC, new OC. Justin Jefferson's gonna be wide receiver 1 this year. He's gonna go off. Adam Thielen also. The entire offense is gonna go off.
Dalvin Cook, I'm telling you.
Like always.
Yeah. I got them going 10-7. I think both teams make playoffs. And then Lions, I got going. I put 5-11-1 because I wanted to spice things up. But I'm gonna go 6-12.
6-11.
6-11. Sorry. And then Bears, I think, are down there in the trenches with the Seahawks. But I have them going 4-13.
Yeah.
G.
Yeah. All right. So, as I said, I'm going back and forth between who wins this division between the Packers and the Vikings. I can't. This might be controversial, but I really cannot say who will win the division. I just have both of them going 11-6, and they're gonna split their games that they play against each other.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to some weird tiebreaker.
Well, the Vikings always win in Lambeau, and the Packers always win in Minnesota. So weird.
So we won't know what happens until then. So then in third, I got the Lions at 7-10. Love the Lions this year. Maybe it's because I'm watching Hard Knocks. It's just getting me hyped up.
Yeah.
Just getting me hyped up. And then they're just gonna suck maybe. So hope not. Then I got the Bears at 4-13. Pretty self-explanatory. They have an easy enough schedule in some spots to where they could get 4 wins.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
Trey?
All right. So for the record, I think both the Vikings and the Packers are going to go 10-7. But just because, I've been saying the Vikings are going to win the division, I'll go Vikings 11-6.
Okay.
Packers 10-7. Lions 6-11. I think they double their wins from last year. And Bears, we'll go 5-12. I don't think they're like terrible like the Seahawks, like they're gonna be down there, but I think
They're
they're
a little
bad.
better. Yeah.
they're
Mhm.
bad.
Their offense is really bad. All right, I got the Packers at 12-5. No one's
I'm so sorry for coming at you earlier.
no one
I
no one's
did not mean it. I'm
no
so sorry. man.
no one's
Please
no
forgive
one's
me.
no one's taking Rodgers off of that. I think that they win the division. I'm gonna say right now, I could see this being the year that the Packers win a Super Bowl. This could be a year.
man.
This could
I'm
be a
so
year
sorry.
that the
Hey, man.
Packers.
What?
The thing is like how many times have like the Packers been a
Yeah.
favorite?
Yeah,
and
that's
this is
what I'm
the
saying.
one year where everyone is counting them out. This is a year that I could see the Packers winning a Super Bowl, and I could just see Aaron Rodgers riding into the sunset. This could be it.
And when we won the Super Bowl, our defense was really good.
Yep.
So
It's so maybe Aaron Rodgers, just needs a good defense. It's always how it's been.
if we won the Super Bowl, I'm gonna break down and cry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. I might. Oh, it's the Super Bowl's in Arizona. So much money.
Buy ticket now.
Yeah, you gotta buy a ticket
You
now.
gotta enter in like every single
I'm
raffle.
getting excited, man.
Sell it.
You're getting me hyped for no reason.
Maybe find a way to work it.
All right.
You can.
But yeah,
Go
I just want to say one thing about the Packers being the favorites. I don't think it's so much. I mean, obviously, like the franchise itself, the Packers, they have a big name, so people are gonna think they're contenders every year. But like, they're
No
the
one does,
favorites.
though.
They're the favorites.
But no one does.
Yeah. Okay. They're the favorites to win the Super Bowl after the regular season, and that's been the case with Matt LaFleur. I really
still
like
think
Matt
that-
LaFleur. I just really want them to succeed in the playoffs because they've been so good in the regular season. They just haven't been able to finish it in the playoffs.
I just don't see that being the case where if the Packers go 12-5, like I just don't see it being the case where it's like, yup, the Packers are the favorite to win that.
No, that's not. And I'm not saying about this year. I'm saying
Oh,
in
okay,
past years
gotcha.
with Matt
Okay.
LaFleur. But I think the special teams was obviously their downfall with the block punt touchdown. I think that's where it killed the Packers last year. But they got Rich
Right.
Bisaccia. That's an underrated move. Rich
Yeah.
Bisaccia, he's a really good coach. He did a really good job with the Raiders last year with the whole situation, everything that happened in Vegas. I really like Bisaccia. So I think the Packers, they might be able to pull it off this year, but I think they're going to get a key guy at the trade deadline. Like a wide receiver, maybe OBJ when he's healthy again.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be weird if you guys are rooting for the same team.
It was between the Rams and the Packers last year when he chose, and the Packers just didn't want to pay him. So, yeah.
All right,
But
so
continue.
my number 2 team is the Minnesota Vikings at 10-7. I think that their offense is going to have a huge year. I really like the Vikings. I think that they could be one of those teams where they made the playoffs that one year and upset the Saints. I think that they could be one of those teams that upsets one of the top teams like the Rams or something like that. I could see that happening. I got the Lions at 7-10. Love their additions. I really like that team. I think that they're definitely gonna suck because we all think that they're gonna go like 7-10. Like they're gonna win like 2 games now is what I'm really thinking. But for right now, I think that they're going 7-10. And then I have the Bears at 3-14. They're absolutely terrible. Like it's really bad. The only thing that is making me think that they're gonna win football games this year is Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That's it. If they had Jared Goff, I would put. I might do 0-17. Like I might do it.
Matt Nagy, yeah.
No, yeah, I think from now on we don't call him Dan Campbell, we call him Man Campbell.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I love in Hard Knocks.
Man can't.
No, but in Hard Knocks when he's like talking to the team in a huddle, he calls them men. All right, men. This is what we're gonna. So
Is that like socially acceptable right now though?
Okay. In the football world.
In the football world,
Alright.
it's socially acceptable.
yep,
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
real men play football. So he calls them men, and he's an alpha. He's gonna bite your kneecaps off, like he said.
Jamal Williams is enough.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
I love Jamal Williams. He knows how to have fun, but then when he flips the switch, it's scary. It's scary.
It is.
But yeah.
Anything else to add?
Matt's got me feeling really good right now. I'm ready to buy a Super Bowl
That's
ticket.
good gas. That's good gas.
I'm feeling good.
They're gonna come out. I will tell you this though: they are gonna come out week 1 and lose to the Vikings. In
I don't think so.
I think
Yes.
the Packers
That's
are gonna
possible.
win Week 1.
I see the
It's
Vikings.
not
winning
out of the
week 1.
question. That's the noon
The
game.
Vikings
Vikings
They-
never start well.
That's the noon game, right? They
never
play at
start
noon.
well.
I think it's gonna be really low scoring. and I know their offense is really good. First game of the year, I think it'd be first game of the year with the Packers is always low scoring, like 7-3, 10-7.
I disagree.
I think it's gonna be a defensive game.
Remember when they played at the Vikings the COVID year? Their offense went off. Didn't Devontae Adams have like 50
There's
fantasy
outliers
points?
in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Sure.
All
Well,
right.
last year it was low scoring for the Packers, but
Yeah,
not
not
for the
the
Saints.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yo, maybe I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, you're making everything up to fit your narrative. But
All right, well, that's all we have planned for today. We're just to wrap it up. We were going to share a passage of scripture, and Garrett has us today. So, Garrett, what do you have for us?
Yep, got a short one today for us. It comes out of Hebrews 13:8. It says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I think it's so nice to hear that, and it's so reassuring because he's the same throughout. He's going to be the same forever, and he just, it's pretty self-explanatory,
Yeah.
honestly. He won't switch up on you. He'll stay true to you, and it's really nice that you can just trust in that and trust in him because he's going to be the same.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right, well, thank you once again for tuning into this episode. We really appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. We greatly appreciate your guys' support, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.